See, it's a data build tool. What's the purpose of this DBT? Why it came picture? Tell me what exactly it is using. Tell me. Mainly for
Transformation purpose.
So mainly for data transformation purpose. It's a data transformation framework or data transformation tool. So with the help of DBT, we are doing the data transformation. So simple thing, it takes the raw data. With the help of DBT, we'll get transformed data will be available. Okay, so this is the functionality. So it's a data build tool mainly for data transformation purpose. It's take the raw data. So DBT will come into picture. It will do the necessary transformation and we'll get the transform data will be available. So before that, let me understand what is ETL and ELT. And I think depends on this process. What is ETL? Tell me what exactly ETL abbreviation, anyone?
Extract, transformation, and load.
What extracting the
Data from the different sources.
extracting the data from data source. Okay. And what is T? Transforming the raw data. So see, simple thing, raw data into transformed data. And what happens? See, in the L, what part exactly we are trying to load? What type of data? Load the transformed data. So here, so load the transformed data in the data warehouse. Okay, simple thing. See, extracting the data, transforming the raw data, we'll get transformed data. Ultimately, what? Loading the transformed data in the data warehouse. Now tell me what exactly we are storing the data warehouse. The transformed data is available. Okay, so this is in the data warehouse like Snowflake or Synapse, anything. Now we're getting transformed data. So this is ETL process. What about ELT process? What exactly? Extracting the data from the data source. Okay, then what is L? Loading what type of data in the data warehouse? Tell me, anyone. What exactly we are trying to load? Loading the raw data.
Raw
See,
data.
loading the raw data into the data warehouse. Nothing but what can be Snowflake data warehouse. It can be Synapse. It can be Redshift, or it can be BigQuery. Okay, see, point you need to understand is that what in the ELT process, we are extracting the raw data and loading the raw data in the data warehouse. Now tell me where exactly we are doing the transformation. Where exactly in the data warehouse, where exactly? So doing the transformation where? Transformation in the data warehouse. So by seeing this two ETL process and ELT process, where exactly DBT sit in the ETL process or ELT process? Anyone tell me? So see anybody? So there are two process, ETL pipelines and ELT pipelines. Now my point is that what, where exactly DBT sits or fits, where exactly in the ETL approach or ELT approach, tell me.
Transformation.
ELT.
ELT, because no, in the ETL, already the transformation is done. Then what is the purpose of DBT? It won't work. So see where exactly DBT come into picture in the ELT process, because in the data warehouse we're getting a raw data. So see, remember, so DBT with the help of DBT, we can build the ELT pipelines, ELT data pipelines easily. This is the main here, because ETL already the transformation is happen at the source side. There is nothing to do with the DBT. But here right now every companies are following ELT approach. The transformations are doing within the data warehouse. It can be Snowflake, Azure Synapse, Amazon Redshift, or Google BigQuery. Okay, see this is the functionality. So what exactly DBT? Nothing but what? So used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Okay, so it is DBT is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. So by seeing this, tell me, DBT is an ETL tool or ELT tool? Any idea? Anyone?
No, it is not an ETL tool and ELT tool. It is used for only transformation.
Okay, correct only. See now remember, so don't say like it's a DBT is an ETL tool or ELT tool. So it doesn't involve in the extraction part or loading part. Only involved in which one? Only the transformation purpose. Okay, so you should say like DBT is not an ETL tool, not an ELT tool. Mainly focus on what thing? Mainly focus on the transformation part. So right now every companies are following ELT approach. It's a cost effective one. So the transformations we are doing at the at the target, nothing data warehouse. Okay, see this PPT, you'll get a little bit clarity on it. Simple thing. Once you complete, you can able to ask the question. So see, it's a data build tool. What exactly we are trying to do with the help of DBT? It is used for data transformation framework, not an ETL tool, not an ELT tool. Mainly focus on which part? Focus on the transformation part. Raw data, DBT comment picture will get the transform data. So DBT doesn't involve the extraction part or loading part. It will take the raw data and the DBT come with the help of transformation data. Tell me what are the advantages of DBT? Any idea apart from DBT? So any advantages why DBT come in picture? What are the main advantages? Anybody? Anyone know? So meanwhile, go for so transformation is fine. So why are you going for DBT? What are the advantages of DBT? Anyone?
So you do
Provide
not
the
have to
intermediate
transform all the data all at once from the server, so you don't go through the whole set of data, only portion of it.
Okay, correct. Any other thing apart from it?
It
So
is
see
used
main.
for development.
Okay, so we'll see the same thing. So see this image you'll get. So see, you'll get some clarity. Coding, testing, deployment, documentation, data. So with the help of DBT, what no, I can able to develop the code, testing, deployment. So before that, tell me what is deployment meaning? Deployment, nothing but what? Anyone?
Move the code from one instance to other instance.
So what exactly is this? So moving the code. So moving the, okay, so mute yourself. Okay. So see now what happened. So see DBT can be used for deployment, nothing but what? So moving the code from one environment to other environment. We'll see this. So this one's right now theory part. So once we start our session, we'll see in practical. See, moving the code from one environment to other. So nothing but what? So in real time, we'll have multiple instances like development instance, test UAT, user acceptance testing, so SIT, system integration testing, so sandbox. Okay, multiple instances will be there, sandbox, so pre-prod and prod instances. So see, in real time, we'll work on multiple database instances, development, testing, user acceptance testing, system integration testing, sandbox, pre-prod, and prod. Out of all this one, tell me where exactly will have complete access, read and write access in which environment generally? In the development environment, we'll have read and write access, complete access. I can able to create new databases, new schemas. We'll have complete privileges in the development. So remaining always read, it's like testing kind of like we'll have only read access. Tell me ultimately our code will be moved to where? To the production. Suppose like we'll have so much of details, 100 details, thousands of details. Okay. Now what happened? How I can able to move? It is not possible. So with the help of DBT, we can go for deployment also easily. So we can easily integrate our code with GitHub. See, simple thing. Let me go to this. Okay, see, let me help you. So okay, so now see here what happened. So this is what this is DBT Cloud. So we can easily integrate our code. See here what happened. See, we can, this is what, this is the GitHub. So we can easily integrate our code with GitHub. With the help of DBT, one advantage that we can easily integrate whatever the code we perform, we can copy and we can put here. So we can easily, this is one thing. And one more thing is that what is documentation? Tell me. So see, with the help of DBT, okay, simply use one command, simply execute one command, that is DBT docs generate. So the documentation will get automatically generated. See one more time. So with the help of DBT now, I can able to perform easily the development activities. Same thing, I can easily integrate our code with GitHub. So we can easily integrate our code with GitHub. And one more thing is that what we can generate the documentation easily. So documentation, see here what happened. So see documentation, when you click here, what happened? The entire project technical documentation, what are the objects we can able to see here details. So this is the concept of documentation. So see with the help of DBT, one advantage is that what? So we can perform coding, deployment, documentation. What is data lineage? Anybody tell me what exactly data lineage? Nothing but what? Anyone? What exactly?
Mapping tables to each
Dependencies
other.
between the models.
Okay, see, like we can see simple thing what happens. Suppose see, we can see this functionality. So this object, this is the upstream. So this is the downstream. See, by this we can able to understand. So dependency. So with the help of DBT, I can able to see that lineage nothing but what dependencies between multiple database object. So we can see the data lineage easily. So this is, see, this object is dependent on this thing. So we can say like, okay, this is that upstream object. So you can say like what? So with the help of DBT, no need to go for separate ER diagrams. So DBT will take care of this by ref function. So this object is dependent. So like by nothing but what? So with the help of DBT, I can easily get the data lineage between multiple, I can get the relation between multiple database object. Suppose like simple use case, I'll try to explain one use case. Suppose see, I'm having one employee table. Okay, in the ID column, I want to find, okay, duplicates there or not. Tell me how to find duplicates there or not by using SQL. Select, we should go for ID, count of star. Okay, so this is a normal thing from EMP. Okay, EMP. So group by ID. So having what I should find, having count of star greater than 1. So greater than 1, nothing but what? If any duplicates are there, so here. So what exactly I want to convey is that what in Snowflake, I need to write this code manually. But what happened in DBT, if you see here what happened? In DBT, if you see here what happened? Simply here, everything is a YAML concept. So if I put model name on the columns ID. Now what happened? Tell me. So in this column, I need to write unique test, not null test. When I write like this, what happened? So DBT will take care of the logic. So if put ID nothing but what? So whether unique records are there or not, null records are there, they can able to point one more time. So what I want to convey is that what in Snowflake, I want to write the code manually. But whereas in the DBT, just to put the column name, what type of test, unique test, not null test, accepted values, like this, we can put, that's it. So DBT will take care of the logic and view the results. Okay, so the main purpose of DBT is that what I can perform the development activities, testing, deployment. We can easily integrate our code with GitHub, and the documentation and the data lineage can be easily understood. So these are the advantage. Same thing now, what happened? Easy testing, reusable code. Tell me in Snowflake, if I want to perform any reusable code, we should go for what concept? We should go for what? Go for what?
Procedures.
We should go for procedures, or we should go for procedures are functions, user-defined functions, or user-defined tabular functions, or secure EDFs, or procedures. Same functionality with the help of macros and JINJAs, so we can able to use the functionality. So see here, the simple thing. Tell me what is DRY? What is DRY in software terminology? It said don't repeat yourself, in the sense like what exactly it means. Okay, we are writing our code one time and we need to use it multiple places. So don't use the same code one more time. The same functionality here, JINJA will work, macros and so define one time, I can able to use in multiple places. This is the concept of, okay, so DBT macros. Okay, reusability purpose. Okay, define one time and make it a reusability purpose. Okay. CI/CD. CI/CD is what is CI/CD? Tell me what is CI/CD? And one abbreviation.
Continuous integration and continuous deployment.
Okay, say continuous integration and continuous deployment. So what exactly it means? Continuous integration, nothing but what? So we are developing our code from one instance to other instance. We should build CI/CD pipelines, moving our code from one instance to other. We can see we can easily integrate CI/CD pipeline. Next one is the data lineage and the document. So with the help of DBT, I can able to perform the testing, reusability. Same thing. Now what happened with the help of DBT? I can perform SCDs. What is SCDs? Tell me. Access slowly changing dimension. What exactly it means? Nothing but what? Tell me. SCD0 is nothing but what? No changes. Okay. What about SCD1? Anyone? Any idea? Any idea?
Latest
Oh,
data only
latest data only will be available. Okay. What about SCD2?
History will be maintained.
Okay, so current data
and
plus
previous
historical data we can able.
historic.
So same thing now what happened? So in Snowflake, we should go for streams concept, merge concept, task concept. Instead of this, what happened with the help of DBT snapshots and the DBT incremental, we can handle the SCD1 and SCD2 easily. One more time. So in Snowflake, we need to write our code manually. But whereas in DBT, we simply with the help of snapshot and Mac and incremental concept, I can able to handle SCD1 and SCD2 easily. These are the main advantage. And one more thing is that what, okay, see, let me go back here. So see, remember, if you want to learn DBT, what happened? So SQL concept should be more clear. Okay, so SQL concept, Snowflake data warehouse, or at least one data warehouse. Okay, either Synapse, BigQuery, Redshift or something. Okay, and the tables and its types. Tell me in Snowflake, what are table types? High level? Anyone high level?
Permanent tables, temporary
Permanent table, transient table, and a temporary. At
temporary
least,
table.
okay, so remember, okay, so before prior, I'll try to give what are the topics required for Snowflake. I'll try to give the same. It's like tables are required. Same thing, views, what the views will have normal
Normal
views,
views,
normal
materialized
views,
views,
metless views, secure
secure views.
views, and a temporary views also we can create. Okay, so point you need to remember is that what if we want to learn the DBT, so SQL concept. SQL concepts in the sense like tell me what the SQL concept we need to focus. So this all the things. Okay, see which one. Okay, so see this SQL concept. Okay, so this filtering concept, sorting concept, aggregate function. This all the concept we should be aware. The same thing what happened we'll put inside our thing and make it working. So this is you should remember. Okay, so the SQL concept. Okay, see because now ultimately what if we want to learn DBT, what happened? The SQL concept. Okay, then okay, which one we should require? Snowflake data warehouse or any data warehouse, tables and its types. So views and its types. Okay, these are the main things. Okay, got the point. So ultimately what with the help of DBT, we can able to perform all these things. Clear as the same thing. Okay, ask a question. Anyone, any questions, sir? So that we'll go for project flow and see the same thing.
Sir, here we are transforming the data. Where we are loading for the reporting purpose.
No, generally now what happens, so see DBT doesn't have any storage. Okay, so we are taking the data and transforming to Snowflake itself only. Again, Snowflake, see what happened. So see, I'll tell the project flow, you'll get some clarity, and then you can able to ask. Okay, submit yourself. Okay. So I'll tell the project flow, then you'll get some clarity. Now see this image, this is important, the project flow. So two types of approaches. This is one approach, this is one approach. So see the same thing. Let me go back here. So see, now tell me now generally what happens, Snowflake is mainly for what projects will right now working mostly? The migration project. Tell me what is migration project? Nothing but what? What exactly migration project?
Migrate the data from on-premises to cloud.
So migrating the database objects from on-prem or legacy systems to Snowflake. So what exactly we are trying to migrate in the phase 1? We are trying to migrate the tables. In the phase 2, what exactly we are trying to migrate? The views. Okay. In the phase 3, we are trying to migrate the procedures and functions. Okay. See, so this is procedures and functions. So suppose like see, my company is a Oracle database. My client is asking to move our data to Snowflake. So migration project. Now what happened? Oracle database. Now data will be in the form of tables. Now who will come into picture? Either ETL or ELT developer. Right now, which one will come into picture? The ELT tools. Okay. Tell me what the ELT tools we're having in the market. Anyone, any idea?
Fivetran.
So Fivetran, Stitch, okay, Evo, okay, Airbyte. Okay, there's so many things are there. Assume like in my current company, I am using. So we'll see same thing in detail. Don't worry. Like first, it will be like a little bit faster only because I want to cover all the things. Oracle database, ELT tools, Fivetran. Now what happens since this is a huge volumes of data, we'll put in the data lake. So data lake nothing but what can be AWS S3 or Azure Cloud or GCP Cloud. So now what happened? Now see data is sitting in the AWS account. From where what happened? We'll go for copy into command and load into Snowflake. Now here you need to remember is that what in the Snowflake nothing but it's a what type of data we are storing the SF? Tell me. SF, what type of data we're trying to store?
Raw data.
Raw data. So see now from the Oracle database, we are getting raw data. Now what happened? Data is available. Now which guy will come into picture? The DBT guy. So DBT guy, what they try to do? They try to the development, they try to the testing, and they try to the documentation, and they try to the deployment part. Okay. So ultimately, this data, who will consume this transform data? Now we'll get transformed data will be available. Where? In the DBT, yeah? Tell me. The
Snowflake.
transform data in the Snowflake. So DBT doesn't have any storage. So it's using the storage and the computation cost of Snowflake. It is doing the transformation and the transform data will be available. Tell me this transform data who will consume ultimately? The view for BA team. So BA team. So business intelligence teams. Okay. So they consume the form of dashboards. Okay. This is the same thing. And one more thing, what happened? This transform data ultimately, suppose see. So this transform data required for, okay, for whom? Okay, AI people, machine learning, data science people. They want what? They want file format. With the help of data unloading concept, we'll go for the same thing. Same thing now, what happened? Suppose the clients are there, multiple clients. Now what happened? I want to give this transform data to Snowflake clients. With the help of what? With the help of data sharing.
Data share.
See, ultimately what? So point you need to remember is that what? So why companies are moving this data to? Because they want to do analysis and improve their business, and they want to understand so how much the profit they're getting, how much loss they're getting. So see what happened. So how to analyze? Because we want to bring all this data to Snowflake and do the transformation. How we are doing the transformation? Earlier with the help of Snowflake SQL concept and store person. Now with the help of DBT, I can perform development, testing, documentation, deployment, data lineage. These all the things we can able to perform the DBT. And this transform data consumed by Power BI guys, they build the dashboards. Okay. Now same thing this now again what again is transform data will be consumed by AI people. So mainly for this guys for what purpose? For future prediction. So future forecasting. Okay. So anything are developing LLMs, machine learning, so many things are there. Now what happens? Same thing. This data will be consumed by multiple clients with the help of data sharing concept. Ultimately, you need to remember is that what this transform data need to be consumed by different people for different analysis purpose or developing some machine learning programs. So this is the same thing. Now see this functionality. Now where exactly DBT is sitting? Taking the raw data, doing the transformations, doing the validations, all that unit testing, so singular test, generic test, custom generic test, and developing all the things. And we will use this data to reporting people, okay, analyst peoples, and multiple clients. So see the same image, and you can able to ask the question. See, hold on. So see this image. So my company system is there, data is sitting in multiple sources. Assume like it's there in CSV data, it is there in Oracle database, and it's there in okay cloud database, SAP HANA or anything. So company wants to move this data to Snowflake. Now who will come into picture? Which guy? Now this data I want to dump here. Now which guy? The ELT developer. Okay, so ELT developer. With the help of ELT, we are dumping this data to in the S3. Here S3 is nothing but say data lake concept. So by using copy or by using external table or by using Snowpipe, we are getting raw data is available and sitting in the Snowflake. Now who will come into picture? Now raw data is available. Now tell me which guy? The DBT guy will come into picture. So what exactly DBT guy do? Will get the transformed data. Now see, tell me data is storing where? Not in the DBT, in the Snowflake itself. With the help of DBT, what we're getting? The development, the testing, the deployment, the documentation, data lineage, and version control. So see, we can able to perform development activities, testing, deployment, documentation, and we can able to get it done. So data lineage. Same thing now what happened? Ultimately, this transform data who will consume? The reporting people. So tell me this guys will connect to what? Directly to DBT, yeah?
No.
Tell me.
No.
Okay, see, no. So they are connected to what? With the help of this function. Okay, so Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake, and they can able to make this functions. This is one of it. And one more approach is that what? Okay, so without this S3, they're directly dumping in this data. So without S3, what happened? So they're directly dumping. So with the help of Fivetran, so they're directly dumping the data into okay, Snowflake. Okay, some companies are following this approach. Now what happened? So DBT will come into picture, the transform data, and is the functional. Okay. So got the point. So with the help of DBT, I can able to perform all this activities. So see, so we'll see one more time. I'll try to explain like high level. So then you can able to ask. So DBT, it's a data. We'll see the same thing with practical use case. It's a theory kind of thing. So now what happens? A data build tool. What exactly this is mainly for? Data transformation framework. Okay, framework. So what exactly it is doing? It is taking the raw data. So DBT will come into picture. Then with the help of DBT, I can get the transform data. Okay. So now it's mainly focused on right now, every companies are following ELT data pipelines. So with the help of DBT, what I am can able to perform? So the development, the testing, the deployment, the documentation, okay, the data lineage, and we can handle the SCDs easily. We can able to perform the SCDs also easily. This is the main thing. Okay. And the reusability. With the help of macros, we can able to use the code multiple times. And the packages concept also is there. So reusable package will be there. Okay, same thing. Now what happened? These are the advantages. So mainly thing is that what development, testing, deployment, documentation, lineage, SCDs we can handle easily, reusability purpose, macros, and packages. Okay, see this image. So see, moving the data, DBT guy, do the deployment, testing, documentation, all things, and we can able to make it to working. So here what happened, documentation, how can you simply use the command? So DBT docs generate. The entire project documentation will be generated automatically. Same thing, these are the test cases, YAML concept will be there. And we can easily integrate our code. See, the same code will be available here also. See, the same code, whatever the code is there, the same code will be, this is the integration part. Okay, so getting the points. And see, lineage nothing but what? So this object is dependent on this object. So this is the advantage. You got the point. So with the help of DBT, I can able to develop all these activities. Go ahead, ask your questions.